everyone, so let's move towards our today's topic, which is...
Before starting this topic, I would like to request you all to please go and first watch the lecture, the three parts, part 1, part 2, part 3 of the eye lecture, which includes anatomy and histology. So it will be easy for you to understand that this topic, the development of eye, after watching those lectures. Okay, because anatomy आपको अगर पता होगी तो आप easily development कर सकेंगे. Now moving further, the development of eye, how it starts, how it develops, how it will begin. In the 4th week on day 22, what happened, as you know, the neural tube is present in the whole ectoderm, in the whole embryo. Now the cranial part where the forebrain will form, at that part neural folds will form. Okay, and that obviously we have studied in the basic development of the fetus, that in 4th week what happened, neural folds will form, that will form neural crest cells, and before that in the 3rd week we have studied that gastrulation occurs, due to which there will be 3 germ layers, that will ectoderm and endoderm and mesoderm, and then afterward neurulation will occur, and that neurulation cause neural tube formation, and due to which neural folds will form, and like I said. So the thing is, but the neural folds are forming in the whole embryo, but the thing is, in the forebrain, in the 4th week of fetal development, on the cranial part where the forebrain will form in the future, on that part, on that area, the neural folds will form along with the pouch like extension on each side of the embryo. Okay, there will be pouch like extension on each side of the embryo from the neural fold, and that pouch like extension is called as optic vesicle. Okay, now what happened, the optic vesicle will start attaching with the will further grow, and they will move towards the surface ectoderm, and they will attach with the surface ectoderm. As soon as it comes in contact with the ectoderm, what happened, that the ectoderm will become thickened. Okay, and the ectoderm is thickening. Okay, the thickening will appear on the ectoderm, and that thickening, okay, that thickening which is caused by the attachment of the optic vesicle, that optic vesicle, that attachment caused the thickening on the ectoderm, and that thickening is called as lens placode, which will form lens in the future. Now further growth will start, and at the 6th week what happened, the lens placode invaginates into the invaginates means it will move inside the embryo, and a pouch like extension will form, and what happened, the lens placode invaginates and grows into the optic vesicle. Now when the lens placode is invaginating, the optic vesicle will form a cup like structure, and that cup like structure is now called as optic cup. Okay, optic cup, and the lens which is invaginating will stop, and it will fuse its end, and then it is called as lens, and that lens will be will come inside the optic cup, inside that cup like structure which is called as optic cup. Now before moving further, you have to understand, you have to know a clear concept that the optic cup, okay, the optic cup is attached with the surface with the neural tube. Okay, and how it is connected, it is connected by a stalk, and that stalk is called as optic stalk. Okay, मैं एक बार फिर रिपीट कर देता हूँ. ठीक है, 4th वीक में क्या हो रहा है, ऑप्टिक वेसिकल न्यूरल फोल्ड से फॉर्म हो रहे हैं, सरफेस एक्टोडर्म की तरफ जा रहे हैं, सरफेस एक्टोडर्म पे थिकनिंग अम्पेयर हो रही है, वो थिकनिंग क्या कहला रही है, ऑप्टिक वेसिकल कहला रही है, लेंस प्लेकोड्स कहला रहे हैं वो थिकनिंग. ठीक है, लेंस प्लेकोड इन्वेजिनेट करेगा, इनसाइड मूव करेगा 6th वीक में, जिसकी वजह से जो ऑप्टिक वेसिकल है, जो पूरा राउंड ही होता है वैसे तो, लेकिन उसमें एक डिप्रेशन, एक ग्रूव टाइप का बन जाता है, विच फॉर्म्स इट लाइक इफ़ यू सी द डायग्राम यू विल इजीली सी कि एक कप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बन जाता है, एंड दैट कप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इज कॉल्ड एज optic cup. Now like I said that this whole optic vesicle, optic cup is the pouch like extension from the neural tube. So obviously it is attached with the neural tube as well. Now the attachment of this optic cup and the neural tube is through a stalk like structure, and that is called as optic stalk. Now optic cup will form retina in the future, whereas optic stalk will form optic nerve in the future. Okay, as you see this, as you see in the anatomy of the eye, the posteriorly optic nerve is coming. Okay, and it is attached to a round like structure, and that round like structure is basically eye. Okay, on each side of the head. So basically this is the whole process, that how it is forming, how it is developing. Okay, now after that the base of the eye will form. On the base of the eye, hyaloid artery will form. Now this artery is not present after the development, it is just in the developing stage. Okay, now what does it means? What happened? The hyaloid artery in the base of eye will form. Okay, and it consists of two parts, the proximal part and the distal part. The distal part is near the lens, and the proximal part is near the neural tube. Okay, now the proximal part will form central artery of the retina and the central vein of the retina in future, but the distal part of hyaloid artery will degenerate. Okay, it will degenerate because obviously, as you know, in the eye there is no blood supply. The cornea is supplied by it is nourished by basically aqueous humor. Okay, and we will discuss about aqueous humor in after few minutes, but the point is that the point is that in the developing stage, the eye is vascular, and it is supplied by blood vessel, and that blood vessel is called as hyaloid artery and hyaloid vein. Now if in case the hyaloid vein, the distal part of the hyaloid artery and hyaloid vein is not degenerated, now what happened? It will form a cyst. Okay, it will form a bulge like structure, and that causes microphthalmia. What is microphthalmia? If you Google it, if you go find it on internet, you will see a picture of a person whose one eye is shorter than the other eye. So basically what happened, या तो एक आँख में उसकी blindness होती है, या एक आँख उसकी छोटी होती है, या एक आँख उसकी बंद होती है, उसको नज़र नहीं आता, या उसमें कोई बीमारी होती है, सो कोई डिफेक्ट होता है. सो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज माइक्रोऑप्थेल्मिया. Now that was, we have discussed about the eye, and we have discussed the development of the eye basically. Now what happened after this? Retina will form. After this, optic nerve, ciliary body, iris, lens, and further the structure of the eye will form. Now we will discuss those structure, the development of those structures in the next part. Till then, work hard, study hard, and good luck. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Bye.